In this lecture, we will see decision tree implementation using Python. Decision tree is a supervised machine learning algorithm in which that using the training data, the machine will create a decision tree where a tree-like structure in which every internal node will be having a decision based on an attribute. The attribute for the decision making will be selected based on some attribute selection criteria. So entropy is one criteria in which the attribute will be selected such a way that at a particular level, if you take a decision to split the data into two or more parts, at that level the entropy is more compared to the lower level entropy is less. So the difference in entropy between levels for splitting the data will be used. So for the difference in entropy is taken as the information gain. So based on the information gain, the selection of attributes for splitting of the data will be done. We'll see the implementation on PIMA Indian data diabetes data sets, and one more implementation using the iris flowers dataset. The Indian Indian diabetes dataset contains these many fields: pregnancies, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, BMI, diabetes pedigree, age, and outcome is the target value, whether the patient is diabetic or not. So in this data set, all the values are numbers or floating point values. Note text values are available. And in the next data set, we have four columns: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width, and the target to which species the flower goes. So in order to implement the same, you start a new Colab notebook, then import the required libraries. Import pandas as PD for making a data frame and using the data set. Then import NumPy for scientific calculations. Then you use matplotlib for plotting and other sort of visual presentations. Then open the database. We'll see you upload the database here. Diabetes.csv, and you open the database here. Data equal to, this is PIMA dataset, PIMA equal to pd.read csv. We'll see the size of the data, PIMA.shape. There are 768 rows and 9 columns. Okay. Now let's see some of the first few rows of the data set. You can access it by head function, the first 5 rows, PIMA.head. So you can see that these are the values, columns available: pregnancies, glucose, blood pressure, insulin, BMI, etc. And this is the target value. Now we need to take this value, take this data set and split this into what you call X and Y. Then once again you need to split this into training and testing data set, etc. So first of all, let's write it as selected columns. Selected columns equal to, there are columns like pregnancies, then glucose, blood pressure. We'll select only few columns, that's what I'm doing. BMI, then insulin, age, diabetes, pedigree function. Okay, we'll select only these columns, and we'll say x is equal to the data set of selected columns, and what will be y? Y equal to of outcome. Now you can see what is x. There is one more missing, diabetes pedigree function. Diabetes pedigree function, that column was missing. Yeah, so this is the values in x, these are the values in y, right? Y will be having values 1 0 1 0 etc, whether the patient is diabetic or not, right? Now we'll insert one more cell from sklearn dot model selection, import train test split. Then we'll say xtrain comma ytrain comma xtest comma ytest equal to train test split x comma y. I have written this as capital X right here, x comma y. Then test size, you need to specify here how much amount of the data should be uh, for training and how much data for testing. So 70% will be for testing and 30% will be used for training, sorry, testing. 70% for training and 30% for testing, and you assign a random number also, random state equal to 1. Okay, if you run this, you can see what is the training data. So this is the training data. You have x test also, you have testing data as well. Sorry, here this should be x test. So this is the second attribute is x train x test, then y train y test. Yeah, so x test is also this x train. You just okay, right. Now we'll actually import our decision tree classifier. So from sklearn.tree import decision tree classifier, and we'll say decision tree is equal to decision decision tree classifier d3 dot fit with x train and y train. We'll start training process. Then what is y predict equal to, you can just predict using your model d3 dot predict x test. That's it. Now let's try to print the score. Accuracy is equal to matrix dot, we'll import matrix also here from sklearn import matrix dot accuracy score. What all things you have to pass here? Y predict and y test. You need to compare these two and say what is the accuracy score. Matrix dot accuracy score. So the accuracy you got is 0.67. That is the accuracy you are getting. Now let's try to plot this in the form of a tree structure. For that we'll use two libraries. One is our the first one is export graph vz library. So we'll import that from sklearn dot tree import export graph viz. Then from sklearn dot externals dot 6 import string IO. String IO is called memory files. We'll have a discussion later. Memory files, it is, instead of writing data onto a file, we'll directly write onto memory itself. And for displaying it, you will use image function from IPython. From IPython dot display import image. Okay, and we require some another library called py dot plus. Sorry, import py dot plus. Import py dot plus. First what we'll do is we'll create a memory file. Dot data is my memory file, string IO. So a memory file is created. Now we can directly copy data onto this memory file. So export graph viz. The output from D3 is taken onto our memory file. So it is out file equal to, instead of this you can use a file name here so that the data will be copied onto the external file. Dot data field equal to true. Rounded equal to true. Special characters are allowed. Special characters equal to true. What are the feature names? Feature names equal to selected columns. And what are the class names? Class names are we'll take it as just 0, and 1. Okay, we'll run this and see what is there any error. From external dot 6, then feature names, class names are 0 and 1. So features are used as our selected columns and classes are 0 and 1. Now you construct the graph is equal to, using pi dot plus you can construct the graph, pi dot plus dot graph from dot data dot get value, graph dot write diabetes dot png. Let's write it as a picture, graph dot write. Now you show using image function, image graph dot create png. Formatted warning, now it is constructing the image and you can see that this is the graph constructed by the image, sorry, the data. So your decision tree is this. So this is the root of the tree. So the root of the tree was showing glue. We'll see a small tree by using another example. See, instead of this you can construct a small tree by using by changing some of the things in this. So let's do it. So from sklearn dot, let me copy this. Then this also I'll copy. Okay, now in this decision tree classifier I will say my criteria for constructing for splitting the data is entropy. Okay, entropy, and I can specify the max depth also here, and that this is the main thing you can note. By specifying this max depth you can actually construct your smaller, where your the depth of the tree will be only 3. Now you see the output here. See, in this case this is the tree. The first root node was using an attribute glucose and the condition was less than 127.5. Then this many values are total samples were 537, and out of this 354 values go on this side and 183 values go on this side. So true means this. So class 0 here and class 1 here. You can see in the leaf node you can see that all values will be class 0 and class 1, but this tree, I must say that this tree will not be going to give you 100 percentage accuracy. This is going to give you an accuracy of 77 percentage. Okay, so that's about the usage of PIMA Indian database, sorry, Indian data diabetes data set. Now let's see the same implementation using iris dataset. So here also we'll write import statements. Import numpy as np. Already I have written in the beginning, but let's for completeness I will write in import pandas as pd. Import matplotlib. Import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Then from sklearn import model selection, then tree also, then from ipython dot display import image comma display. Okay, now instead of opening data from here, I'll open data from my Google Drive. I'll show you how to open data from Google Drive. You start it like this: from Google dot collab import drive, then you give command drive dot mount. You mount your drive to slash drive. Okay, once you perform this, then you will see that it will show you ipython is missing. Oh, okay, I and p are capital. Ipython. While drive mount, it will ask for a go to this browser and copy your command there. So you select your mail id. Once you select your mail id, it will give you, it will ask you these permissions. Now this code need to be copied and should be pasted here, authorization code. Then your drive will be mounted here. Now you can access your data what is stored in a Google Drive. So instead of opening always data set here, you can store your data set at in your Google Drive, and in the beginning you can open your Google Drive or mount your Google Drive. Then you can use it like you are storing your data from uploading from here. So in the case of uploading here, you will have to open your dataset always in the sense whenever the session is closed, the data will be gone. And also it is not possible for opening large size datasets, so it is always better you use Google Drive for storing large size datasets. You open dataset like this, df equal to the same way pd dot read csv. Here you will have to give the full command slash drive I have stored in my drive. Then Colab notebooks, data, iris.csv. This is the location of my iris.csv file. Then let's see what is the value it has retrieved from my Google Drive, whether it is giving correct value or not. Yeah, so you can see that this is the CSV file that is stored in my Google Drive, right? Now before proceeding further, we need to factorize this value. This contains text string. Now you need to convert that as factorized value. Means that you need to have a command like this: df dot species, that is the name given, so we'll use species label. We'll add that also to our file, equal to d pd dot factorize df species. That's it. So species column is factorized, and that will be available as values. Now it will be available as values 0 1 2 3. Some 15 you take, then you can see that all first values are stored in the beginning in this data set. So don't worry, it contains all species contains all species names. Now species label contains all integer values. Right. Now as in the beginning, you can directly use your decision tree classifier, and you can now split into training and testing size. We'll use the same code from here. So let's use this code for testing and training and testing. Okay, before that you need to split your as x and y values. So let's say your x is df what other things it can be x values. Df contains petal length, petal width, sepal length and sepal width. So we'll take only few values: petal length, and then one more will take petal sepal width. Okay, petal length and sepal width. And y is df, we have just constructed y value, that is species label. I use this command for splitting into training and testing phase, testing data set. Oh. This should be written in one more list. It's a list of list, right? So with test size equal to 0.3, we have splitted into training and testing size. Then use the same command here as that of, use this decision tree equal to let's check what's the accuracy now. With the entropy and maximum depth is equal to 3, y predict equal to d3 dot predict, then accuracy, you see that accuracy is 97.7%. right? If you would like to see the diagram or the what you known as this represented by our data, then you can see that also. A pictorial representation of the tree. Dot data is equal to instead of this also you can directly give also dot data equal to export dot graph viz, like this also you can give. Then here you will have to see out file equal to none. Then here feature names are missing, that's the feature names are, our feature names will be oh, petal length comma sepal width. Okay. And there are three classes here in this case. It's not a binary classification, it's a multi-class classification. 0 1 2, there are three classes, right? Now you get the value from dot value and create image from graph equal to pi dot plus graph pi dot plus dot graph from dot data dot get value. Here we are not assigning it into dot value, so we'll use it as dot data itself. Okay, so it is graph dot write image. Okay, so see, this is the image you got, sorry, this is the tree structure you got. The first attribute used is petal length, and if it is less than 0.2.6 then true, entropy is 0, all the values are from class 0. Then if it is less than if it is false, then petal length is used again. Less than 4.75 then class 1, greater than 4.75 class 2, like that it is divided. So you can see how the values have been splitted, etc., all these things. And this is going to give you 97% accuracy, right? 97.7% accuracy. So that's a simple implementation of decision tree algorithm using Indian diabetes dataset and iris flower dataset. Thank you.